All right, people, today we are making sourdough bread with a very, very new sourdough starter. I just made it 3 weeks ago, so it's not very established, but I just wanted to show you guys that even with a brand new starter, you can still make sourdough bread. Don't expect it to turn out super huge and fluffy, like you see sourdough bread on, certain YouTube channels or even in the store, things like that. But it'll still taste amazing and you can still make it decent even with a brand new starter. So I'm going to show you how. Getting the counter cleaned off so we can put the dough on the counter. You want to be slightly gentle with your sourdough. You don't have to be gentle getting it out right now, but you want to fold it. You don't want to knead it. You want to fold it almost like a burrito. That's what I call it. I call it folding the burrito. So now we're going to cover the bowl and we're going to set it aside for about 25 minutes. I put it on top of my stove just to kind of keep it warm. The burners aren't on or anything like that. Now this is my second fold after it rested. We're folding our burrito again. It's just a gentle fold. Like I said, we're not kneading. Then you just kind of push and pull to gather it on the sides and even on the bottom. And then we are gonna let this rest in our bowl with our towel on it, and I'm gonna put it in the oven and we're gonna leave it overnight and we'll come back the next morning. Now you don't want your oven on. You can leave the oven light on just for a little bit of heat, but yeah. All right, next morning, let's see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, look how big it is. So we're gonna try and as gentle as we can. It's not gonna be easy. Try and get it out. It's stuck to the bowl a little bit, but that's okay. We'll get the rest of it out. Just kind of do our burrito fold. You see it like doubled in size, and there's no yeast in this dough. It's literally your sourdough starter. Now we're gonna let it rise on the counter. We let it rise for 10 minutes. We're gonna fold it one more time and we'll place it back in our bowl for 3 hours. If you have a Dutch oven, definitely get it out. Get your parchment paper to bake it in, get it ready. If you do not have a Dutch oven, you can literally bake it on a pan in the oven. Parchment paper is amazing because it just makes it easier to transport it. It's definitely nice and big and poofy, but it's not as big and fluffy and poofy as it would be if we had an older and more established sourdough starter. You want to do some slashes in your sourdough bread. You don't have to get all fancy. I'm literally doing what looks like an X. And then we'll put it in our Dutch oven. You want to put a piece of foil underneath your pan or your Dutch oven just to stop the bottom from burning. Your oven should be on 450. Cook with the lid for 10 minutes, then remove the lid and bake the bread for 30 more minutes. So this is our result with our 3-week-old starter. Pretty good if you ask me.